Hi, I'm Tia Capers, and welcome to One Lady and a Truck, where I'm sharing my Sankofa Links mobile boutique journey with all of you. Get ready to enjoy interesting hauls, road trips, fun experiences, and good boho vibes as we truck around with Big Burn. Yes, so you read it. I bought a boutique. What was I thinking? Well, for starters, I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace again, looking for a mannequin, and pops up this boutique for sale. So I reached out to the owner, tried to come over and take a look at some mannequins, and that's when she told me it was all or nothing. Uh-oh. Well, the more I thought about it, the more anxious I got, and so I asked her if I could come over, I think the next day. She was trying to get me to come on a Friday, along with some other people checking it out, and I was like, oh heck no, I need to get over there before they do. So she finally let me come, and I came over to check it out, and I liked what I saw. So I made an offer, reserved a U-Haul truck, yes, a big U-Haul truck to pack it all up in, and went over the next day to pick up all the items. So here goes. To be honest, didn't know where I was going to start, how I was going to start, but I knew I need to get it all packed up and take over to my storage before it got too late. And this location that she moved all of her boutique items and happened to be at a flea market in like a storage unit there. So we had to, come in with bins and everything and get everything together. But it was really interesting. I didn't know I was getting all the mannequins, all the clothing racks, all of the bins of extra clothing, the mirror, display units, you name it, shoes, purses, hats, jewelry, even some children's clothing items, that was a nice surprise. Even the fixtures on the walls and the hanging lamps. Wow.
I have more. They're all wood hangers.
That's what I have right now. And so you have the little girl stuff.
We got a couple of things at the house, but most everything is here.
You brought them here already.
Yeah, I think we have one mannequin at the house, one bin.
Probably around 50 to 70 more dresses that if somebody's gonna buy, I'm just gonna bring it over.
Okay. And you have a little girl mannequin.
Alright, you should be able to.
And then you have hats. I was just about to order some hats too. Just about to order some hats. So you have.
And I got some more shoes.
Oh, and so these are bins
This
of.
is what we're using to restock the dresses.
Oh, okay. So these are empty.
No.
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 They're filled.
They're filled. Oh,
They're
Yeah.
what more?
Yeah.
The jars here. What are this?
Candles.
These are organic candles.
These are. So, yep, I got to packing up, getting everything together, stacking everything so that TX and her husband could load the U-Haul truck. And again, we were trying to hurry up because we were trying to beat the dark. Didn't want to be operating in the dark and having to take everything over to the storage unit in the dark. So, yeah, thankfully, she and her husband and her son helped us. I didn't know there were candles, so I didn't bring anything to wrap them with. So I was really trying to get them into the bins, kind of nice and neat, so we wouldn't chance breaking them. It's hard to believe that all of us got that place cleared out, top to bottom, wall to wall, floor to ceiling, in a matter of, I think about 2 hours, by the time we got it all packed up and loaded up. So it wasn't too bad.
Well, because some of these racks we should be able to just kind of roll up there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I just want to be able to get.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I think that's true. Come back.
Well, look, he's that much shorter.
That's why, yeah, that's why. Daisy. Careful, that's
Wow. Don't
need
cry.
a what?
It's in
Package?
good hands.
We need to what?
4 years.
How many?
Almost 4 years this
Oh,
year.
wow. Now it's time for the real work, sorting all of the stuff that we picked up from the boutique. It was not only the items in the on the racks, which was about maybe 6 racks in total, but there were about 8 bins, those black bins back there with the yellow lids, 8 bins full of clothes packaged up. So we got to work sorting everything, trying to figure out what was what was, you know, spring, summer, winter, fall, what were the like items, what were the cotton items, what were the athletic items, what were the children's items, what were the bathing suit items. So, I mean, we had a bin with hats, we had shoes. I think it was just 8 with clothing though, and everything else were in like boxes and other types of bins and stuff. All of the hangers. It was just so much stuff, y'all. When I tell you my cup was running over, as they would say, I really felt like my cup had run over. I didn't know where to start with the sorting, so I pretty much just laid a tarp down on the ground and just started just making piles. I'm so glad that my son Josiah and his girlfriend Ariel were there to help me that day, because I was just like overwhelmed. So as we sorted different items, we labeled the bins that we put them back in so that it wouldn't be so hard to figure out the next time. So needless to say, I was like a kid in a candy store. I mean, bin after bin, cute outfit and items after cute outfit and items, all the colors, all the textures. Oh, it was just so nice. It was things that, you know, were not hanging on the racks, because when I first got there, I started looking through the racks just to see what was, you know, everything. And then, you know, to now discover some of these items that I'm seeing for the first time, it was really nice. And what I didn't mention is that this is storage unit number 2. I actually have 2 storage units. I initially had 1 because I was in the process of cleaning out my garage before the weather turned too cold. But when this whole situation with buying a boutique came up, I ended up getting a 2nd storage unit. Ended up filling that up with all of the clothing racks and some of the inventory that I had already bought for the mobile boutique prior to buying this boutique stuff. Yeah, and so then I ended up coming down to the other storage unit and stacking up all the bins and all of the racks and, you know, other items that I got. And this particular storage unit is in the process of building an indoor unit space. So once that's complete, I will be moving everything over there so that I can be indoors and so that I can make sure that the clothing items are well protected from the elements and stuff. Although this one is fine, but I think it'll be better from indoors. While talking with the boutique owner, trying to understand a little bit more about some of the materials that the clothing was made of, I was happy to know that a lot of the items were cotton, a lot of them were linen, a lot of them were everything but polyester. She said she stayed away from the polyester and rayon and some of the other synthetic fibers. And because I'm big on sustainability, that was right down my alley. Okay, so here's where I may have lost a little focus because I started seeing some stuff that I wanted to try on. So I thought, okay, well, let me see. Well, and to be honest, a lot of the items, the previous owner or the original owner, she sketched those items out and she had those custom made in, I want to say, the Philippines. And so seeing as though they were made in another country, a lot of items tended to run sort of small is what I saw. So I wanted to try something on just to kind of gauge it, because normally I'm like a small medium depending on the brand. And so I think this item here that I'm about to try on was like a large or maybe even an extra large. So I realized that I'm going to have to make sure people size up, or at least try it on to make sure that they're, buying the right size, making decisions they can live with. And turns out a lot of the items were actually part of sets. So this item actually comes with a top, a dress, I think like more of a midi style dress. And I thought it came with pants, but I didn't find the pants, but it had the little sweater that I have on with it. It also came in a few different color variations. I think there's a brown, there's a black, there's maybe even a gray. So that was a very nice surprise because I didn't know. And then there was like a whole bin full of those items. Some of them are hanging, but most of them were in the bin. Okay, so back to work. Got to get my focus back. It's not hard getting off track, especially when you're dealing with stuff that you have a serious interest in. And I'm telling you, every bin was like quite the surprise. Uh-oh, here I go again, trying on the merchandise. Stay focused, girl. Stay focused. I must say, I found it pretty interesting when the previous owner of the boutique items showed me sketches after sketches of some of the things that she actually designed. Like for instance, this dress here, it actually comes in like a maxi dress, as well as another piece, maybe a jumpsuit or something. So it was well thought out. Her whole collection of items were pretty well thought out, and I could tell that she was pretty passionate and serious about her business. And by the looks of it, a lot of the items that I picked up, maybe even most of them, are like spring, summer items, early fall, which is good. I'm fine with that because a lot of the festivals and things that I'll be participating in will be around those times of the year.
Let's go with that the linen box.
And I believe all of the items that I have for children are actually like little sundresses, and there's some mommy and me dresses as well. So some of the dresses for the little girls, they actually match the mommy dresses, so that's pretty interesting. And I do have the little child size mannequin as well. Never anticipated selling children's clothing, but it came with the boutique, so hey, we'll see how well it does. To be quite honest, I had never imagined even selling this amount of clothing. The boutique was mainly for my jewelry items. As you know, that business is almost 10 years old, and I was just trying to expand it and just trying to add on maybe a few clothing items to match up, but now I'm hooked up with this boutique situation. So at least for the first year or so, maybe even longer, I don't know, I'll be selling a lot of clothing. I'm actually doing this whole sorting bit in phases. Right now we're just sorting all of the like items. I still have to go back and take a note of the sizes and put them in the actual inventory so I can know exactly what I have, how many I have, the sizes I have, the color, different variations, and so forth. So right now this is like step one. This is just, hey, let's see what we have here. Let's sort it out by season, and then the rest will be history. So yes, so this will deem another project of going back through bin after bin after bin. I already have the little labels to mark the sizes. So yeah, so that'll be next up on the list here. And keep in mind, this is only one unit, one storage unit. Still have to go and sort out the items in the other storage unit, which are mostly hanging up. So right now it's just the bins and the mannequins are in this one, and in the other unit that's, I believe, the same size, I have my other inventory, as well as all of maybe 6 or 7 of her clothing racks full of clothes that I'll have to sort, just as I'm doing here, and yeah, go from there. So yeah, it's a never-ending project. But I might add that I'm so happy to do it, because there's nothing like having the freedom of having your own business, your own stuff, your own time, and you can do it your own way. So for that, I am very thankful. Well, I think this video is long enough seeing us work. So this is part 1. Keep in mind there's a part 2 coming up where I am actually sorting the clothing on the racks. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.